Me and surfing just became a thing last year, and a lot of my perspective changed ever since I started surfing. Just sport first, and then I just want to try it out. But once I transfer that sport into my lifestyle, the art aspect is starting to get in.
Welcome to our traditional video production tool, okay, our podcast.
Okay.
That our group's supposed to talk something about the design that has some aspect about it that related to whatever your lifestyles, your learnings, your hobbies, or whatever thing is.
Yes.
And then from what I do know that you had mentioned that you would like to sharing something about surfing.
Yes.
Yeah, so can you tell me a little bit about it? Overviews about it?
Well, me and surfing just became a thing last year, and
Right.
a lot of my perspective changed ever since I started surfing. Things about lifestyle, living, and of course art, because in surfing industry, surfing is not only sports or just
Right.
surfing in the ocean, but it's also a lifestyle that you grow and you enjoy, and there's like art and music in there too. And you can see art in every aspect of surfing, from like your board, your shapes of the board, this print on the board, to kind of like the fashion in surfing industry. It's a very big thing too. And I see a lot of design and graphic design in surfing industry, and just like the fashion, like the brand, and also the commercial. I see like that everywhere now, and I'm one of that too, because I started to draw and do like a lot of painting with surfing for the events too.
Okay, so before we get in deeper than that, so what is make you kind of attacking into the surfing things? Because it seems so I do know that you kind of transfer yourself from Bangkok to
Rayong.
yeah. So
Yeah.
is that because of you moved?
I always wanted to surf ever since I was young, because of the cartoon, especially like Tom and Jerry and all the childhood cartoon that I saw. And then I wanted to surf, and I got an opportunity that my family moved to like Rayong where we can surf, and I started out surfing. And ever since I started, I never stopped, and I don't see myself stopping anytime soon.
So at the beginning, have you had some design aspect into it as well, or just sport?
Just sport first, and then I just want to try it out. But once I transfer that sport into my lifestyle, the art aspect is starting to get in.
So
Yeah.
do you have some little memory that what is the first design items that related to that at the beginning?
A rash guard
I
from
see.
Billabong.
Okay.
I bought it with my own money, I remember, because Billabong is actually one of my favorite brands, and their design is quite different from like Rip Curl or just like Roxy. They have their own little aspect to it, and I remember buying my own rash guard, and it's pretty cool.
What do you think about the designs culture in the surf nowadays?
A lot of things change. There are more design these days, and because before it's just plain rash guard with like the brand logo and that's it, but right now the swimsuit too, they have different patterns, different designs, and also there are like Thai brands who made like surf equipments and surf fashion too, and they have like they put a little Thai aspect into that too,
Right.
and yeah, that's like fashion in surfing.
So do you think like how can the graphic design be a part of the surfing?
Graphic design is actually a part of surfing a long time ago, ever since it started from poster, commercial, and we want to promote this sport. Not only it's a sport, but also a lifestyle, so we put different aspect of designs, like we use design to communicate with our audience that okay, surfing is not only sport, you can live with it, you can have fun with it, with different colors and different lines and shapes, but mostly it's like organic shape and freeform because of like the nature that we're in. I started to do it too with posters and my project, with like university project or a project I do outside. I started to do more about designing, like surfing design on it too.
So would it make your perspective had changed, that you brought some essence or aspect about surfing into your design
Yes.
also
Yes.
in that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see different things when I'm in the water, and
Okay.
I bring it in my work.
So I don't want to point on this, but I think it's good to mention about it. That would be a major brand, okay? As Rip Curl, Roxy, Billabong, Quicksilver, whatever things. In your perspective, 20 years old girls that has the feelings of the design aspect of those brands, do you think what are they different?
Like the brands?
Yeah.
What's the different? There are many things, from designing, from the pattern to the quality of the work and the pieces. But the reason why I especially like Billabong more than other brand is their qualities and also their pattern that is somewhat trendy, but also kind of like vintage in their own sense. And it's not too like feminine or too masculine in the terms of like design and the aspect of the brand. And they have like a little touch that is just very classic. But Roxy is very feminine in my perspective. It's like very floral, and the color are very bright and very refreshing. And Rip Curl, they tend to go more on like the darker side, and just kind of like, they do have some collection that is very bright and colorful, but most of their design will go on like earth tone or black, gray, brown, things like that. But Billabong is more of like in the middle of that. They do have a very mid like tone color, and sometimes they do have bright collection too. And it's just not too much or not too little of both.
Your perspective, as you do the surf as well, you do the graphic design as well, you study graphic designs also. You think like, as equipment when you do surfing, if the equipment has some design essence into it, it make you confident?
Yes, actually.
How?
Yes. Most of the board, the board I'm using right now, it's just plain white. I was just like, this is not it for me. I want some little details
Crunchy.
into it, the little kind of like gimmicks into my board. So I started to paint and started to put like stickers on it to make it more me, instead of like looking like other people.
On an outfit as well?
Outfit as well, yeah. Everything that you put on yourself and on your board make your confidence. And if your board is in your favorite colors or in your favorite design, that makes you feel happy to be on the board. And when people take pictures of your board and you, it's like a fashion. The surfboard is like a fashion. Everyone has their own taste. Everyone, like, the boards are different, the materials are different, the design is different, depends on your favor. So it's very important if your board are in shapes and forms and design that you like and makes you feel confidence on it.
So it could be saying that part of the graphic design that input or involved in those is make you confident as well as when you're different.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes you stand out.
All right. Recently you have been to the surf festivals.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
There are surf festival, a tiny one, not that big, one last weekend, and there will be another one, a big one, for my surf club next weekend. In the last one, I'm just like a competitor. I didn't do much.
How was your?
It was fun. I didn't get into final round, but I got into semi-final.
Okay.
And it was fine.
Did they fair? Did they fair to you?
Yeah, they're very fair to me. But there's just like a little drama like there at the competition too.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, it's always like that, but it was fun. I got new experience, and I was a beach marshal too, so I got to meet a lot of new people, like new competitors that I never seen before. So it was a lot of fun.
Tell us about like when you've been in the festivals as a perspective of the design observers, what you see.
The last event was actually, the design is very great, even though the color is a bit too like drop, because they use earth tone color and the beach is like earth tone, so the design kind of fades away into the background a little bit. But the company that was doing, they're like a motorcycle company, like advertisement for motorcycle events, something like that. So they put the sporty motorcycle, like cool aspect of that into surfing design too. So that was very new for me. I never saw something like that before. So it was interesting for me. Designs and the props that they decorate the events, the environment is pretty new to everyone.
I think this is one thing. It's like when you study design and then when you get involved in those kind of festivals or things, your brain is triggered. You know, like your ideas or your designs has tricking up on the design aspect that you've seen. That's very good. Okay, we have to talk about this. What is the board shape design like nowadays? Can you tell us a bit? Because I saw the more graphical kind of thing more.
Like the patterns on the board, they're more experimental on it. Even though the shape of the board, they kind of have to stick to a certain thing that works on the wave. But as I said, everybody have different like style and different technique that they use on the board. So every board is different. But designing came to be a very big part of the surfboard these days. They collaborate with many famous artists. They use holographic, they use different types of colors and different types of patterns to create a design. And different brands have their own little collection that are just very different. Like the board I'm using right now is from the brand NSP from America. They're very plain, but the model, like the top model, they have little glitter on their board. There's a brand called Ross and Suket. Those brands are more like a logger brand. It's like more tradition boards, and the colors are more chill and calm and just like very earth tone, but they have a little kind of like contrast of the colors too. And Suket, they have like little pattern of like flower pattern, wood pattern, and it's very interesting that each brand have their own pattern and their own design of the board that suits different type of people.
Okay, so go to the last question. Okay, can you just say to friends that, you know, let's enjoy the surf, or what is a good part of it, how you should prepare about it, or something like that.
What I want to say to them?
Yeah.
Surfing is not only sport. As I said in the beginning, it's a lifestyle. Everyone have different things to say about surfing, but for me, it's became my lifestyle. I live with it every day. I woke up, I do my morning routine, and I go to the beach and surf. It brings a lot of you out, brings the best of you, because you got to be with yourself a lot and you got to experiment on so many things. Not only the fashion in the water or your board, but also you meet new people, you meet new connection, you meet various jobs, and you got so many good opportunities. And at the surfing events, sometimes if you participate in the club, you got to do so many things that you would never thought you would do. I enjoyed it a lot, and I think a lot of people, if you are experimental, you would love this sport because you meet so many people from around the world and you make new friends every day.
Okay.
And it's make your life so much more fun and spontaneous.
Alright, so if you guys like to participate in or enjoy it, just go to her channel. She has a channel, so
yeah, I do.
Just contact you, right?
Yeah, just contact me on Instagram. I can link you up with the club.
Okay, thanks for today, นะครับ
Thank you for your tour of the ocean.
Okay.